I think I found one person that hates AC/DC more than me.
I can't pick because it's actually all the exact same song with different crappy lyrics. So it's hard for me to pick my least favorite. Should we just take this in? And now it's not even that it's playing. It's the fact that I know that Nick's playing it for me.
It's pure brilliance.
Yeah, you should have seen Eric's spike his headphones.
His headphones, I think, are now cracked.
Yes. 529-1450 is our phone number. If you want to talk fantasy football or AC/DC or whatever you want to talk about this morning, we'll help you out as long as you're not selling the lawnmower. Good morning. You're on Fantasy Football 101. Go ahead.
What's
you.
happening?
Hello? Do we have the phone on mute this morning? All right. Well, before we get into our rankings here, guys, I want to adjust my roster. Who would you play?
Are we pretending we're getting phone calls to give off the impression people are listening?
This is there was no one actually on the phone. I just made that all
Kevin
up.
O'Day, please keep us around.
All right. Of these 4 running backs, I need to play 2 of them. Rice, Mendenhall, Turner, or Sean Green is even on my roster.
Turner, Mendenhall.
What, now you get to act like there's a phone call?
Yeah. I'm just saying in case you didn't see him.
You do it this time. Maybe it's you.
All right, caller, you're on Fantasy Football 101.
Oh, there's that. You see, at least we got a tone. See, we're not making it.
Yelling at the callers.
All right.
Which 2?
I need 2.
Watch Ray Rice. Watch him, because I like him.
Well, I'm not hanging out with him. You're saying he's puking.
I have him in my lineup, but I mean, just they play today, so just...
Right, I'm aware of that part.
I mean, if he's in and feeling better, then keep him in, because I have him in too, and I like him, but...
Yeah, but you liked Joseph Adai last week. I'm not listening to you. Mark, what do you think?
Why'd you ask?
Well, first, Rice, the lingering effects of being sick. He went for 52 yards against them earlier in the year. The Steelers are the toughest team against the run. No, I'd go with Turner and Mendenhall.
Turner, Mendenhall. All right.
I'm going Turner, Mendenhall.
In fact, I have Turner, Mendenhall. I have Mendenhall second, Turner fourth.
I was right about Marshawn Lynch.
Yes.
Yes, you were.
All right, let's try the phone call.
Even though New Orleans couldn't tackle to save their lives.
I think someone's there. Good morning. You're on Fantasy Football 101.
Yeah. How are you?
Awesome.
Hey, third time's the charm. First time was mute. Second time I hung up when you started talking about running back.
All right, what's going on?
Wide receivers.
Wide receivers.
2.
Okay.
Among the teams I'm playing, are you playing that, what do they call it, on ESPN?
Yeah, the Gridiron Challenge.
Yeah, I'm ranked 27,000 right now.
Good. Attaboy.
Sweet.
One more good week and you'll be right up there.
Yeah, but I'm leading my league.
I think you have me by about 1,400.
But you're leading your league?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Points, yeah. So, but, what do you think about wide receivers?
Who do you got?
I think they're a necessity.
What's that?
Who do you got?
You need to play at least one.
But who are your choices?
Who do you have in?
Oh, you got all the guys from the playoff teams,
everyone.
Roddy White, you got Wes Welker, you got
Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace.
Who I think is a fantastic play this week.
Yep.
You think he is?
Oh, yeah.
I got him down. Good.
I have a caller. I drew wide receivers this week, so I have a top 10, but I'll give that out in a little bit. But I can tell you that I do have Mike Wallace at number 2. I think he's a terrific play this week.
That's where I've got him, too.
And just with the Gridiron Challenge, you have to stay under the cap. So sometimes you find yourself having to look for some sleeper picks that aren't worth as much. And I want to tell you, keep an eye on a guy like Johnny Knox this week, who could have a nice week. Also, maybe even Mike Williams from Seattle. Just keep an eye on those guys if you need like a steal, a bargain receiver. Go ahead, Mark.
Knox is an interesting caller, and Eric said Knox. Knox's only triple-digit yardage day of the year was against Seattle in Week 6. He had 5 catches for 120 yards. Now, something else I heard yesterday on Colin Cowherd, and this was an interesting stat. He was talking about explosion plays and how important they are that your degree of success. Pittsburgh had 77 explosion plays over the year, as opposed to the other teams in the mid-50s to around 50. And the plus-minus with Pittsburgh was like 40, With the other teams, it was like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is why I like Wallace, because right now, there's no more explosive receiver. And then Ben has the arm to easily, throw, 35, 40, go all the way to the end zone. But, yeah, Wallace is definitely be one guy I'd put in there.
What do you think about Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis as a running back with Turner?
I got no problem with that. I mean, especially with Woodhead, questionable.
I'll tell you right now, I've got Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, because I'm doing running backs this week. I've got him third. I like him a lot, and the Jets are a good D. The Jets aren't the defense they were last year. They're not a shutdown unit like everyone saw them last year.
I mean, look what Joseph Adai did to him last week.
Oh, yeah. But, I like the law firm a lot. I think he's a real good play this week.
Hey, I'm rolling the dice with this thing, okay?
Yeah, we all are, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I picked Brady, but I picked Cutler and the Bears defense.
Oh, yeah, you're a little more risky than me.
I got Bears D as well. I don't have Cutler, but I have Bears D as well. I like that.
Yeah. Well, I just figure, I'm hoping Cutler throws 3 touchdown passes anyway. It's a big hope, but hey, I gambled last time. I did okay. I'm not going to worry about the top one in the country. I'm just going to worry about my league.
That's it. Win your league and worry about that, and then show them all how it's done.
Okay, thanks. Have a good weekend.
Take care.
Thanks for the call. 529-1450 is our phone number. 529-1450.
You're hilarious, Mark.
This is Fantasy Football 101. All right, so you guys really like Wallace.
Oh yeah.
What about Bolden? Same game again, though. I have Roddy White, Wallace, Bolden, Jennings. I could play them all, essentially, with the 2 flex spots. But I kind of like Gronkowski this week and Welker also.
Yeah, I do also. And I have Bolden on my list in the top 5, I'll tell you that much. And if you look at last week, and this is something I noticed last week, and I'm wondering but hoping this trend doesn't continue this week. Anquan Bolden was like the only number 1 receiver to perform last week and to really do anything. Like Greg Jennings, nothing. Reggie Wayne, what did he do? Nothing. I mean, it seems like when you get into the playoffs and you start running into good defenses, they figure out how to take your number 1 out of the mix. And so I'm hoping that doesn't continue this week.
I keep hearing about how Bolden doesn't have the speed that he needs. Well, listen, during the course of the year, Bolden had 12 catches, 186 yards against these guys. So apparently he at least knows how to get open against Pittsburgh. Yeah. So don't worry if he doesn't have the blazing speed against Pittsburgh. He's a veteran and will get open and will get his catches.
Yeah, I like Bolden this week. I think he'll be a fine play.
Well, you guys are talking me into playing Wallace and Bolden and sitting Roddy White this week. Roddy's questionable. He could be matched up against Charles Woodson, arguably the best cornerback ever to play the game.
That's you have to look at that. I mean, this isn't. But if
the Falcons are going to win, I mean, Matt Ryan's going to have to sign Roddy White.
But this isn't Atlanta going out to abuse Tampa Bay or something. This is Green Bay playoff time. So you can't just, expect automatic greatness from Roddy White. Now, it totally could happen because...
Right. Well, and the other thing is, too, they're playing in Atlanta, so they're they're indoors. Weather's not a factor in this game, so...
I can tell you,
I'm rolling the dice over here.
I'm sticking with Greg Jennings. I think after being a non-factor last week, they're going to go out of their way to get him involved in the game plan this week. So I have Jennings and Wallace in my lineup, and I passed over Roddy White, although I could afford to have him in there if I wanted to. But I tell you what, there's a giant question mark on Roddy White for me this week.
Well,